engineered trusses. We build them here at the facility. When we build a truss, we use all 2x6s, all kiln-dried lumber. In fact, all truss plants use kiln-dried lumber. Why? If we use wet lumber, the plates would push out when the lumber dried. So that being said, why would you want to use wet lumber on your building with your screws? It would push them out. For instance, there's one of my competitors. I've decided to do a little research. He advertises that he uses all treated lumber. Well, the problem with that is there's all treated lumber except the trusses, whitewood. You can't get a lifetime warranty against termites when you put whitewood on a building. Rot and fungal decay. If this building leaks, this whitewood will rot. Yet he advertises all treated building. That's a little trick. Be careful of that. The other thing you need to watch for is, notice what I said in the beginning, all 2x6s. My webbings and my on my truss, I put 2x6s. They all put 2x4s. They build a weaker truss. But they'll tell you they build the same thing I build. They do not. That's one instance. Once again, here we go. Look at the building. You can tell, yeah, it's all treated lumber except the truss. So when he says, I'm using all treated lumber, he's not being quite truthful. Be careful of that. There's another competitor. I want you to look at this picture. You see any problems with this? And this particular competitor is a home improvement registered, a handyman. Over here, look at that wing. Water's going to go back. This is what happens when you hire a contractor who's never built a building. This particular guy has never built a building. The water is it's in Louisiana. It rains all the time. The water's going to go back into the building. This is going to create problems for this customer for years to come. And the only way to fix it is to lower that pitch. There's no other way. But he advertises this as the quality of his work. I would never put a pitch like that. That's crazy in Louisiana. It's crazy to use 3 on 12 pitches in Louisiana. You know, in Louisiana, we get a lot of rain. If you use a 3 on 12 and less on the trusses, you got to tape in between those sheets. Now, you go to 4 on 12 and up, you're not required to use taping. So if they're using 3 on 12 pitch trusses, they better be putting tape between those sheets, or down the road, you're going to have problems. The other thing is this competitor says that he is a trusted licensed contractor. He's not a licensed contractor. Look at this. I pulled this off the site this morning. Now, if he would lie about that, what else would he lie about? He's a home improvement handyman. He's the same one who told you he was going to use all treated lumber. Be careful of these guys. You know, they're not licensed contractors, and that's the kind of stuff you're going to deal with if you do business with them. Remember, when I give you a bid, I'm going to give you a specification sheet. Get him to sign. If you call him and get a price, I'm fine with that. But let's compare apples to apples, because they're out there telling the people, oh, we do all treated buildings. That's not an all treated building. When it's all treated, that means every board in that building is treated, and every board in my building is treated, and it's all kiln-dried lumber on top of that. So when you're talking to these guys, pin them down. Protect yourself. They say, oh, I'll build the same thing as Mallett. Good. Sign that specification sheet, please, and initial that you're going to give me everything. Now you got him. Then you can do business with him. He won't sign it because they don't build what I build. It's that simple. Now, getting back to trusses, we build all our trusses in-house. It has to be all kiln-dried lumber, which is what we use. Our production is quite heavy. We build we have 11 crews. We build 15, 16 buildings a week. Something else to tell you, that we're 4 or 5 months out. We're not. From the time you sign your contract, you're going to have 15 days for us to design it. You're going to approve it, and then you're going to get the permit. When I get the permit, I will schedule it within 3 to 4 weeks. I'm going to have you building up. If you would like for me to pull the permit, I'm quite capable of it. But you will have extra charges, because once I become the one who pulls the permit, I'm the contractor of record. And then I have to put extra people there because we become totally responsible. We have our warranties. All these guys here, they're not contractors, so they're not willing to go pull permits. I think half of them wouldn't know what to do if they had to pull a permit. But understand, if you want me to pull a permit, I'm quite capable of it. But that makes their job more expensive, and most people prefer to save the money. You have your permit costs, which you're going to be charged, but then we have to charge to keep a man on that job all the time because we take over. Now, when we take over, go in your house and let's build a building. Whenever we do it this way, you're the contractor of record. I don't think they tell you that. I can do it either way. Doesn't matter to me. Okay? If you want to save money and to be the contractor of record, that's fine. If you want me to pull the permit, I can pull the permit. You know, the other thing I read, that one of them said that they could build any size job. Do you know what the limit, according to law, on these guys, these two guys, is specifically? Where's that other one? I got another guy over here. Anyway, I got him somewhere. But anyway, if the job is $75,000.01, this would be an illegal contract. He cannot bill over $75,000. Period. He's out of limitation. Whereas a licensed residential contractor can bill a multi-million, there's no, sky's the limit. Think about that. Why is he limited? Why can't he build a $100,000 building? Why can't he build a $76,000 building? Why does the law limit him to $75,000 is the question. It's a way to get around the law and act like you're a contractor. But think about it. There's got to be a reason why he's limited. I never thought about that till a few seconds ago. Why is he limited to $75,000? Ask yourself that. There's a reason. Be careful of these registered, these home improvement registered, whatever you want to call them. You know, it's ridiculous that they're allowed. I think that law should be done away with, and I'm doing everything in my power to get rid of it. Because when I go to those board meetings, this is the kind of stuff I'm dealing with. These home improvement home improvement registers, or whatever you want to call them. $50, a work comp policy for about $3,000, and he's out there saying, I'm a trusted licensed contractor. Be careful, folks. I mean, just be careful. These guys, you know, they're going to come there, they're going to paint a pretty story, they're going to act like they're contractors, they're going to try to tell you they do what we do or build what we build, they do not. And just be careful. I mean, you know, even in this world, when you always get a second opinion, and I do anyway, if I go to the doctor. So even with licensed doctors, we always say, well, let me get a second opinion. Well, these guys aren't even licensed. You should get a second opinion to protect yourself. Because I'm telling you, these guys are a problem. They've been a problem. They're going to be a problem till the end of time until we change that law, which I'm working diligently to get done and lower that threshold. But you have a lot of people who like to use unlicensed contractors because they cheat. You get what you pay for. Okay? Well, look, it was nice talking to y'all this morning. We'll be back this afternoon at 4 o'clock. If you have any questions, call me at 337-515-2154 or 337-214-0428. Thank you for watching. And be sure you share this. I'd appreciate it.